A very warm welcome to all our viewers. Welcome to Chat Time with me, Oineetom. These days, Assamese films are doing very well, not just nationally, internationally as well, and also bagging a lot of awards. In fact, that's not all. Our Assamese films are also doing very well at the box office. Today, I have two eminent personalities from the Assamese film industry, both of them award-winning personalities, both of them needs no introduction. Today, I am going to talk to them about their upcoming film and also about the Assamese film scene. Please welcome Pranjal Saikia and Bidyut Kotoky. Of course, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि if I give an introduction to both of them, if I introduce them, it would be like, you know, they are already very well-known personalities from the industry, but I cannot stop myself from mentioning a few things, saying a few things about both of them. Pranjal Khura, an actor par excellence as far as the silver screen as well as the stage is concerned. His recitation skills, his diction, his pronunciation, something that each one of us should learn something from. And of course, Bidyut, a filmmaker who has given us so many national award-winning documentaries and films, the more recent one being 𝗡𝗢𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗧, the English title Rainbow in Fields. Welcome, gentlemen. Really an honor and a pleasure to have both of you on the show today. Let us start by talking about both your upcoming film, Moi Eti Nixhasor. Bidyut, tell us a little bit about the storyline, whatever little you can tell us.
I firmly believe a film story should be revealed in a dark hall in front of the silver screen. And that's where the actual fun of a film viewing is. Without getting into the details, let me just say that Moi Eti Nixhasor, or Kodwa the Night Bird, the English title, is a film about a personality but set in an alternate universe. Original guy existed in 1960s, 70s. Our film protagonist is from 1980 to 2000. So it's a fictional take on an actual character. And I do hope that through that character, we'll see the mirror of our society, our time, of 20 years of Assam's crucial socio-political history's reflection on this film. But I think Pranjal will be better suited to talk more about it.
Let's hear from you.
Would you want to say something?
I wanted to know, I was curious. I know this is a Bidyut Kotoky film, the story based on another eminent personality of the state, a journalist, writer, editor, 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓.
Yes.
I'm sure these must have been the trigger for you to say yes, but of course I would want to hear more from you.
What our director Bidyut Kotoky said, that Kodwa, the night bird. And again, you said about 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓,
Yes.
which is a well-known writer of our age and Academy Award winner writer also. This is disturbing. That's right.
Yeah, the world of technology.
I made it a silence, but it is again, it is
Yeah, this is
crime.
the necessary evil of these days. You
Anyway,
can't do without the mobile phone.
𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓 belong to my place.
Okay.
Both we are from Jorhat. And very recently she said, and gist of the storyline, Bidyut took over, and he gave it a well-knitted storyline, very well-knitted. And just 2 days back, 𝗟𝗓𝗙𝗪𝗓, though she's my sister, and occasionally I told him Mamoni.
Okay.
Anu. And it's a real character what Bidyut said, and Anuradha said that in my whole life some characters I loved most, and there's a beautiful and pyara se character. Though you know, Bidyut said that night bird, Kadwa the night bird, who flies on the night, dark night. And Anuradha said, it's a beautiful character which I met in my life. And he, in the daylight, sometime when he meets Anuradha, Mamuni Baido, bhale ase? That person, protagonist of our film, he said. And he's a talent of our which is called Bihu. He's a very talented artist too. And Bidyut made him much better, much talented. And through his eyes, through his activities, and he needed the storyline, and just he told that he want to expose some society people of that period, Assam Andolon, যাক আমি কওঁ। আৰু পৰৱৰ্তী সময়ত সেইসকল আমাৰ নেতা হ'ল, ব্যৱসায় বাণিজ্য কৰিলে, আমি তেওঁলোকক গামোচা পিন্ধালো, ৰেসপেক্ট দিলো, কিন্তু তাত কিছুমান মানুহৰ শ্ৰম, কিছুমান মানুহক যাক আমি শ্ৰদ্ধা কৰিব লাগে, from other angle, some very interesting, soft, touching angles of life, আমি তেওঁলোকক ৰেসপেক্ট নকৰোঁ. We do not give them respect. But when people see this film in a dark hall, auditorium, when characters will reveal, the storyline will reveal, then they will find a maza, jisko bolte hain maza. And we are getting this maza during the time of shooting. Very recently shooting is over. Just 3-4 days back. And we got the maza of this storyline, well knitted storyline, and those characters are knitted in this film. Of course, the director, scriptwriter, Bidyut, and just Anuradha told after listening the storyline, and it was in a different mood, different way, and Bidyut told Anuradha, by Deo, I couldn't sleep few nights, that this character haunt me like anything, and I'll make it a film. She was very thrilled जे उनका एक ऐसा कैरेक्टर जो उनको अच्छा लगता है. She has written so many novels, so many stories, and among those characters, it's a lovable character for her. And she was thrilled listening to Bidyut when Bidyut director told that I'll make a film on this character. And he started the cooking, that cutting, that making the storyline. And that's why I told, and everyone in the film, those we are involved in this film shooting, we did some different characters, and really we loved the thing, what was happened in a shooting period. And we hope that it is, but again it's a regional film. We shouldn't talk about the commercial aspect.
True.
When we are crying, we are uttering that we must save our jati, our fasha, our language, our that atmosphere, beautiful nature, the water body, the mountain, which we are destroying day by day. but Bidyut, he always, though he stays in Mumbai, the film Nagori, but his mind always with Assam is
yes, his heart lies here.
Everything, his thought, his he speaks about the Assamese atmosphere, the regional thing, regional character, regional flavor, regional ethnic things, and again through this film, Moi Eti Nixhasor by Kadwa the Night Bird, Assamese people will be able to see a different kind of film, जो मीठा मजा ऐसा कुछ मिलेगा इसमें.
I'm sure it's going to be a nice mix of emotions, action. Okay, not revealing much. I love that.
But main not just we just finished the shooting.
Yes.
And major parts still there.
Right.
It will edit, it will give sound, and it will make so many technical things are there
to be done. Yes. So this is a film that you have done after a gap of 4-5 years, maybe?
5 years, 5-6 years, yes.
Yeah. So it'll be nice to, see your creation, your production back on the big screen again. And there has been a mix of cast. As far as the cast is concerned, we have veterans like Pranjal Saikia, and then we have many new young faces also. In fact, there's Gunamani Borwa, there's Dorothy Bharadwaj.
Agradi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually, the film is an epic span of her 17 years. And once we started the actual process of making the film, I realized that it's actually much tougher in the budget than what we thought it would be. Right. Ensemble cast, it requires lots of people, it requires different timeline, 84, 89, 91, 2001. And it's an outdoor film, out and out. I mean, hardly 10% maybe indoor. So those senses you need to see outdoor.
Yeah.
And on a limited budget, it's a tough call. But that also, I think it's the actual fun of making a film, that when you have those challenges and try to replicate the time without having the enough budget and still be on your toes to see that you should not miss out on some important details, that when you are seeing 1984, it should feel like 1984, whether the landscape, soundscape, the properties, the costume, and when you are seeing 2001, it should feel like 2001. Right. The viewer who is watching your film is not bothered whether you are getting 100 rupees or 1 crore rupees to make the film. They are bothered about what they are seeing in the screen. So we tried that there should be no excuse for that.
Yes, yes.
I think Bidyut would like to say about his technical persons, that DOP or man behind the camera.
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Madhu sir, I think you also have interviewed him.
In fact, we will, I did meet him. We will listen into that conversation also, but first would like to hear from you about...
Yes, I mean, Madhu sir is one of the most eminent cinematographer in India. He's now 74, 4-time National Award winner. He's known as a magician of lighting. And I remember it's my second collaboration with Madhu sir. My first was with As the River Flow, and I still remember, it was almost 12 years back when and he actually walked up to me and said that I would like to shoot this film when there was a writer's conclave, and I said, do you mean it? I can't afford you. And he was like that, even if you don't pay me a single penny, I'm doing this film. And later on I asked him during that film that that time he was even more active than now, and he slowed down just a little due to age. I asked him, I remember asking him that, sir, when you have done this film, how much money you lose? He said around 20 odd lakhs, because it was, and that was almost more than a decade back. So I asked him that, why you have done this film? He said, Bidyut, you see, I like to do some independent film which I like after every 1 or 2 big film. Because when I am working on a big canvas, I get anything I ask for. I need a helicopter, I get the helicopter. I need, plane, I get a plane. The money is not a constraint. And at time that try to make me lazy. So I pick up a subject I love and on a low budget, and the challenge lies that without getting those paraphernalia, whether I can replicate the same look and feel of the film on a small budget.
Wow. Yeah.
That was actually an eye-opener for me. And when I used to say, sir, I have a not so great budget, he used to say, Bidyut, I yet to meet a director who said he has a great budget, even if it's 100 crore.
Even if it's 100 crore film.
So it's a real fun. We fought about time, mostly about that amount of time he takes. He almost tried to strangle me at the end of the shoot. But yes, it's an honor working with veterans like Madhu sir, Pranjal da, the ensemble cast. And actually one thing I must say about this cast, that what helped me a lot, and generally when you do a film, you have some very good actor, some average actor, and some actors who you realize are not exactly meant for, but you are already there and you can't do much. So you try to hide them around a little.
Yeah, okay.
This is one film where I think I got each and every one. I did not have to hide any actor.
Wow. Yeah.
There are a lot of improvisation has to be done. There's a massive accident in the 3rd day of the shoot where the tree in front of the main house has crashed and 4 of our team members got injured. What is more important, because it's a 20 years long film, we shot the later portion first, where the characters look older. And our idea was that then we'll gradually make them younger. But now what has happened, that tree has fallen.
Yes.
It was established in a later part that that tree was there.
Okay.
So, and it's a 50 or 80 years old tree. How it disappeared in the beginning of the film. So suddenly we got into constraint. And there's, along with everything else, there was another challenge, that how to make audience not feel the absence of that tree. So that's where a lot of improvisation came in on the shoot. But I was so fortunate to have this bunch of great technicians and actors. I can bet you that when you see the film, you won't feel it.
Right, we will not be able to make out anything. Yes, that's how brilliant people like you, when you all come together, you know, there's always magic on the screen. Would want to hear more from you about the film as a whole. You've already spoken a lot about the film, but I'm sure there have been many interesting anecdotes during the shooting, during the making of the film. Young minds coming together, that must have been fun as well.
Yeah, I remember in our part, the August, July, August is most hottest time in the whole
sweltering.
Yeah. And this film also, I remember that Nip Borwa, Nipda.
Yes.
He always started his film in the first week of July. He started his Muhurat. Then there was, because those time it was celluloid, and it took, Nipda always made 40 days schedule for a film, 40 days on celluloid. And now it is totally changed, digital media. And those time in the hot summer, we had to shoot. And there was 5-6 songs and outdoor shooting. When we just exposed to the sunlight, gradually our color, day by day it is darker than darker. And here it's also the same. Now that atmosphere is day by day most irritating in the hot. There is no wind, the still and hot summer. And this time we had to, during shooting period, you get sweat. Our clothes get sweat, and after the shot, people sees the film beautifully sitting in a AC atmosphere. Then for a 1 minute or 30-second sequence, we have to shoot in the hot outdoors sun, and it may take 3 hours, 4 hours for a 1 minute sequence. But people cannot understand when they see the final product. They couldn't even realize, couldn't even see those practical problem, practical hurdles we had to face in the shooting period. Here also we had the same thing. It sweats. Then costume director, costume assistant, they are always there concentrating how, please open the shirt, open your shari, open your mekhala, and we had to dry it again, and we have to the director, whole technician waiting for the artist to be get into the mood, get into the clothes again. And these are during shooting we irritate. It makes us irritated, all those things. But after the shoot, we can memorize, we can make fun out of that.
Yes. And share with us and all our viewers. Of course. That's the fun, I guess, of filmmaking, long format. So, the shooting happened for how long?
It's 20 days.
Oh, okay. Isn't that really quick? Tight, fast?
We on an average has 15 to 16 hours a day. So we had to, because of the budget constraint, we had to find a middle way. We were trying something which was actually not the smarter thing to do on the budget we had. So yes, we at time had to be slave driver and sit with that film, get ready on time. I mean on the limited time.
And the locales were mostly Assam?
It is in mostly in the northern bank of Guwahati. Part of it is in Rani. It's in and around Guwahati.
All right. I have always wanted to ask you this. You of course, you come from a Mumbai background as far as your film world is concerned. You have got many of the Bollywood actors act in Assamese films. Sanjay Suri, you had somebody like Victor Banerjee act in your earlier film. I'm sure this has given us, the Assamese film industry, a lot of exposure as far as the Bollywood world is concerned, because you did all of these movies long back. Of course, we had the likes of Dr. Bhupen Hazarika and others who had the Bollywood filmmakers and singers, music composers get involved with the Assamese film industry, but we see a lot less of Bollywood actors and actresses getting involved in the Assamese film scene. So that has been.
I look at it a little differently.
Okay.
I look at my film, including this film. I want to look at it as a film made in Assam for the global audience. Let's for a while forget the linguistic barrier. The world has become a village, and one thing I've realized with my travel across the globe of 13 odd countries, that human emotions, basic human emotions are same. The emotion which makes us laugh or cry, maybe a girl in Germany, a guy in US, will serve me a little different shade, but more or less it's the same thing. And at time when I had screened my film outside India or outside Assam, I was fortunate to have a lot of feedback from audiences who said the same thing. In Calcutta, people walked up to me. I still remember one gentleman, he said, 3 days I watched your film for 3 times. I don't know Assamese, but after 10 minutes I don't have to read the subtitle. I got the emotion. Calcutta, Bengal is still nearer. I had almost a houseful show in a Sunday morning in New York. And basically, one thing I thought matter was the emotion, how, whether you can get the emotion. When we selected, I go for the actor, my first thing used to be that whether that particular person is right for this particular role. So that used to be the driving philosophy of this thing. Yes, at time budget constraint comes in. I still feel that I don't really maybe understand well enough what Assamese audience wants. Maybe, I mean, it's my shortcoming, not theirs. So that is the issue. But yes, I would like to believe that let us all be a small breeze. Let us get the people together. In my last documentary, I had a producer from LA, a US citizen, nothing to do with India, who has never been to India. My last feature film, except one, all my other financiers have never visited Assam before this my film. So I think human emotion is something which is going to bind the people together. And it's not any revolutionary idea or anything. I'm just going for a very selfish motive that I think this person is right. I will approach this person, and if I'm lucky, that person is saying yes within the budget I have. Let's work with that person.
Right. Yes, but I feel, I'm sure Pranjal Khura will also feel the same, that you know, somebody like you exposing the Assamese film world to people from LA and all who have never seen, never maybe even heard of a place like Assam. I think in a way that's a big positive for us. You know, they must be carrying little bit of Assam, little bit of the Assamese culture.
I definitely hope is what, I mean, like Bhupen Ojha's one of the line I love is 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘 পরিধি ভাঙার যুগ. So you need to push the boundaries. I mean, and you need to do it for your selfish motive.
Right.
I mean, I love talking about Assam because this is the or Northeast, because this is the place I think I understand the most, and it's not any. I don't want to give any that yes because I love or it's a very selfish reason. I think I understand this place better than many others. So I may be able to tell a story more convincingly, which is based in this land, in this area, and the challenge is to tell it in such a way where the person who has never been to Assam can also identify with the emotions and with the story.
Yes.
Let's see how much I succeed. That is the.
I'm sure you will. I mean, I wanted to ask you another thing. You know, most of your documentaries, most of your films have been award-winning. So I'm sure this is going to be another award-winning venture of yours.
See, I mean, that's also a very relative term. I mean, there are awards and there are awards, but I do believe that let's dream. When we dream, whether it's a state award, which is a local award, whether it's a national award, or whether an international award, it's a dream. So if we are dreaming, why should we dream small? After all, you are dreaming, right? Let's dream big. Let's dream for the moon. At least we will reach the rooftop.
We did reach the moon, so we have to start dreaming beyond the moon now.
Beyond moon also now, maybe.
Yes, yes. Pranjal Khura, since I have you here, I have both of you here, would want to know about what you think about the Assamese film industry today, because it has come a long way. Both of you have seen the Assamese film industry grow, evolve. You have seen all the highs and lows of the Assamese film industry. Recent films are doing commercially very well. They have entered the Crorepati club as well. Raghupati did more than 10 crores. 12.5 is what I last heard.
It's more than that.
More than that.
About 15, 16 crores.
Absolutely. So an Assamese film doing that well in the box office. We have the likes of Kenny Basamatari also, whose local Utpat and all has done very well. You know, small budget films, but doing really well. So do you think Assamese film is now on that, you know, high growth trajectory, or you feel that we still have a lot to do, we still have a lot of space to cover?
Yes, our most needy part is that we need more cinema hall.
Right.
Where we shoot Uttar Guwahati or Rani or many places, people says, how will you be able to see this film? Where?
Where?
there is no cinema hall at all.
Yes.
And we will come on the little small screen, then only we will be able to see. People cannot afford to.
The multiplexes.
Yes, people cannot afford by spending 200 bucks, 250 bucks, 300 odd bucks to see a movie.
True.
Our general people. But Guwahati people, but town people, they may afford.
Yes.
But in our time, when we said that it is our golden time of Assamese film. Yes, we said that thing because those time, from every villages, when a film hits, then every village is hiring bars. They somehow they reach the city where cinema halls are there. But in our time, there are 260 to 270 odd cinema halls.
Right.
Now we are handicapped. Now we have only 50 to 170 cinema halls in the modern marketplace, that is multiplexes. We need more cinema hall in every district of Assam.
True.
Then when Raghupati made a business of 16 crores in a month.
Yeah.
Now just imagine.
Yeah.
The small budgeted films, that better films, good films, they can make business.
Much. Yes.
We need only cinema halls in every district, every places. But not that big cinema hall, 600, 700 capacity. We need only 200 to 300 seater cinema hall. With modern amenities, all well equipped sound effects, visual effects. We need modern cinema halls from that angle.
Yeah.
And that is where we handicap still.
Right. Yeah. Vidya, something you would like to add?
Yeah, actually, the same thing. I remember almost a decade back, exactly the same question was asked, and that on a print media. And I was out of curiosity. I did little research. It may be a little outdated, but I think the basis still remain the same.
Yes.
That year, I think 2011 or 12, I found you just take a guess, which was pattern is more or less same. Which state have the maximum release? It's not Hindi.
Okay, must be down south.
Which one?
Tamil Nadu? No.
Malayalam.
Oh,
it used to be mostly
Kerala.
Malayalam. And that particular year, I remember the Malayalam was 58 or 60. And Assamese that year was 7 or 8 release.
Okay.
Then the second thing is, what is the size, area, population size? Malayalam and Assam, if you look at the population difference, is 30-40 lakhs difference. It's not a much bigger. Kerala is not much bigger.
Right.
So obviously the question came to my mind that why that vast difference in film?
Yes.
Then I did some digging and I found out there was a news report that in Trivandrum the cine workers are worried. Cinema halls are closing down and they are protesting to the government that we need more cinema hall. We have only 516 cinema hall in Kerala. And at that time in Assam we had 36 or 37.
Okay.
I think, like Pranjal said, that things started going wrong in late 80s when our so-called revolutionary organization overnight decided that going to cinema hall and watching Hindi cinema is a crime. They bombed few cinema halls.
Yes.
People started closing down the cinema hall. Then you have a generation, in 25 years is one generation, more than a generation has gone, for whom the entertainment is not cinema hall.
Right.
The cinema going culture has stopped totally.
Yes.
In between VCD came, television came, people started watching the things and mobile theater came that next to your home. So cinema going as a culture has stopped. So, and it will take some time for it to regrow.
Right.
Yes, budget is not everything, but budget does make a lot of difference.
Yes.
Certain story, if I want to, for example, if somebody wants to make a story on 𝗟𝗓𝗙, Lasit Borphukan, it required a certain kind of budget.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Assamese film cannot even dream as of today spending that kind of budget to make it. And today you are having an educated audience. They are exposed to the world cinema in the switch of a button, and you see a historical set in European this thing, and you see the mega scale. So
Titanic.
You have to have some budget, and where the budget will come? Why some? Now of late, for example, I got to know that Amazon stopped taking Assamese film. Not only Assamese film, they have decided they take 4 or 5 languages. I think it's Hindi, if I'm not mistaken, Bengali, Tamil, Marathi, and Telugu, I think. There's 5 or 6 languages. They said that no other language film will procure at this time. No point blaming them and saying that they are anti-regional. They are doing business. Their thing is that if your regional film does not have viewer in your region, why you expect us to take it to the world stage and expect that the people sitting in US or UK will watch those films?
Right.
It has to start at home.
Yes.
And so we need to take our film out, but we also need a big push at home. Another very important thing, time and again, people come that Assamese film doesn't have publicity. Yes, we don't have publicity, but is it by choice? You can make a good film in a small budget, but you cannot release a film on a small budget. A billboard, a 10-second promo in your channel for a Shahrukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan film or Assamese film will cost the same. A billboard expense will be the same. Shahrukh Khan or Amitabh Bachchan film may get some leeway because of a tie-up, because of a cross-promotion. Assamese film won't get. How you expect a producer of a Assamese film to match the publicity? It's a chicken and the egg story. Which will come first? You need the publicity, but a publicity budget of a regular budgeted Hindi film may be 10 times the complete budget of an Assamese film. There's no competition at all, and there's no seriety there. And many of these channels, actually, in between, it may be a unpleasant truth. Time and again in my previous films, I used to get offer from channels that tie up with us, we'll do the promotion, you give us a film for free. And my question was that, why would I give you the film for free? Now, their standard answer, actually, the amount of publicity we do is equivalent to 50 lakhs. So many a time I gone back to them that, okay, give me the publicity plan. Tell me where you are spending the 50 lakhs. If it is, even if it's out of 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs going to your channel, fine. Give me the plan. Give me 50 lakhs. I will pay you back that 20 lakhs. And let me do the let me make those payment, and I will give you the film for free. Nobody gets back. So they want the film for free. In Assam, as I keep on saying to people, everything else costs money, except 3 things: book, film, and drama. You write a book, please give me a handwritten autograph copy. And film, please call me to the premiere show. And in play, Pranjal will say more. All the money people he will get a call. You will send me a pass, right?
Yes, yes. That professional atmosphere, I'm a person from the stage.
Yes.
I don't say I'm a film personality. I always say I'm a stage personality or radio personality. And we are still struggling. When we ask people for 100 rupees to get enter into the with a card of 100 rupee card, you'll find people said, "Oh, it's we have to pay money for it." Okay. But if you make a free show, then for the same play, you'll say people no space to sit in the auditorium for free shows.
That's the sad story. That's really tragic.
We should make the people to feel the responsibility to promote our people, artists, by paying some money at least.
Right.
But that atmosphere you'll find in Pachim Banga, Kolkata, they are professional.
Yes.
You cannot get the space to, you have to book it 1 month back.
Yeah.
In Maharashtra also. In Kerala also.
Right.
But not some places. Even Manipur, Ratanda, that the veteran theatre personality, few years back in 2018, we organized a national theatre festival at Tezpur, Yangam. We asked Ratan Da for the inaugural play, his Macbeth. Ratan Da literally, he was about to weep. That Pranjal, I was with the central body of central government. That you give me, you people gives us 5 lakhs in a year for as a theatre personality, 5 lakhs for Ratan Thyam and XYZ. But Ratan Thyam, who is Ratan Thyam? People will say he's a great director, world famous director. That is my identity. But I am all, I couldn't sleep because we are having a big team, chorus theatre. And my wife, she make food for his artists, my chorus team. No, we have to feed them, but we have no money. And yes, if Ratan Thyam, if he is a big director, then our central government, your cultural department, you should give some handsome money to me to feed my artists.
Yes.
He was about to weep. The great world famous director Ratan Thyam, from North region.
Yes.
This is the atmosphere.
This is where we still are as far as.
But still, we have to fight.
Hope, yes.
We have to push the time. We have to run with the time, and one beautiful day will come.
Definitely.
Handsome day will come.
Yes. Yeah. And on that positive note, we just hope that Assam, the Northeast, has many, many more theatres. People throng those cinema halls. Our artists, our filmmakers, they all get their due. What they create for us, they get houseful, thunderous applause, not just awards. Of course, we need awards for our filmmakers. We need that because that makes us feel extremely proud. We are proud of people like them. And we want many, many more actors.
We need theatre auditorium and cinema hall.
Absolutely, we need those because our artists, this is their livelihood. They don't do anything else. They want the theatres to be full. We want people to come out of their homes and enjoy the art, the creative excellence that these gentlemen really toil so hard to give us. And wishing both of you the very best for your next film, Moi Eti Nixhasor, and also for all your upcoming endeavours. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching, and thank you, gentlemen, for your time.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you, our viewers.